The environment and biofuels are some of the headliners at this year's edition of the Maritime Week. The event has brought together key stakeholders and players from the industry, from Gibraltar and beyond. Speaking at the flagship conference this morning, the Minister with responsibility for the port said that Gibraltar continues to lead, despite the industry being in the middle of a transitional phase.
We were one of the first ports in the Mediterranean to start LNG bunkering. I remember a couple of years ago during COVID, I was on a webinar with other ports, and when I said that we were already starting to do LNG bunkering, they were surprised, because I like to think that we like to lead in Gibraltar. And look, it's a huge challenge because there are many alternative fuels. Energy is not the only one. There's hydrogen, there's ammonia, there are others, and we need to work, and we need to work hard because this is a ever evolving industry, and we need to be at the front of it.
Blessed with our location at the entry to the Mediterranean, it's only natural for the port of Gibraltar to attract business and activity naturally. But a port is physically quite small, especially when compared with those in the region. The port of Algeciras, for example, has recently approved a €300 million expansion to its Isla Verde, scheduled for completion in 2030. Across the water, Tangimed has managed to increase activity substantially post-pandemic, and according to figures released recently, it has surpassed the port of Valencia, which has been the busiest port in the Med for most of the 21st century. So how does a small port like Gibraltar make itself relevant and attractive?
One of the key differentiators for our port is transparency. We are one of the very few ports which is transparent in everything that we do. And further enhancing that transparency reassures the end users that they're calling at a well-regulated, well-managed and well-run port. The port sectors and shipping sectors are very specialized. So, for example, when Algeciras and Tangimed are doing a lot of investments, a lot of those investments are to do with container traffic and ferry traffic, a sector in which we are not active. When it comes to bunkering, you can't reinvent the wheel. It's all about quality management, the right regulatory framework, and you will have seen in the conference today, everybody recognizes that Gibraltar has the leading edge exemplar of best practice for bunkering industry.
Key players in the industry are already talking about how Gibraltar can be a provider of the new biofuels, with some local stakeholders already actively pursuing this. Over the next few days, participants in Maritime Week will ignite conversations about the future of the industry at a time when it needs to make itself greener.